Welcome into the Dice Dragons Guild. In this hall, we unite under one banner. Live by the die.
Die by the die. Woohoo!
I am Izzi, your lore master.
Oh, there's good oohs going on.
That's a meh.
And a bad nah over there. It's starting out we're liking this already.
It's all downhill from here.
And we are continuing with our story of Eleothis, Land of the Woven Suns. I forgot.
Oh, you forgot the story.
I forgot. I was going to say Eporia. That's not the name of this. With me today, I have...
Hi, I'm Julie. I play Kethra Evermoon, a Circle of the Moon druid, and I rolled a 19.
Ooh. 19. That's a total of 21 for Kethra.
Since you always get stuck on last.
Hi, I'm Patrick. I play Kai. He's a Dampier Hexblade Warlock, and I rolled a 15.
Oh, all right. Look at you in the double digits.
I'm Adam. I play Eldon Strockhaven. He is a human druid Drake Warden, and I rolled a 3.
Oh,
You broke the streak.
but it's still an 8.
I think you said human druid.
Did I say druid? Human ranger. Sorry.
Get your mind in the game,
He
kid.
wants to be one of the druids.
You're not wearing your druid robe.
I was going to say, you're not
in the club. Sorry.
You better buy one, and then maybe we'll let you in.
You bring one next time, and I will throw it on.
I am Cuba. I play Ayla Myrea. She is a tiefling, a glamour bard, and I rolled a 19.
Oh, okay.
He's twinsies.
Yes.
Okay.
Hi, my name is Amanda. I play Iolite. She's an Earth Genasi Circle of Stars druid, and I rolled a 15.
Hey, twinsies.
15s, and Adam.
Plus 2.
Yes.
So that's actually, I think, rollies
Oh.
between Kai and Iolite.
Right, rollies. I think you're going to win.
1.
Oh,
Oh.
7.
okay. All right. Our turn order then is Ayla,
Goddamn right.
interestingly enough.
Good.
I mean, that's how it should be all the time.
That's good.
Malachi, Iolite, nope, Ayla, Kethra, Malachi, Morningstar, Iolite, and Eldon. And then me. I'll let you know that. I'm at the very bottom.
Didn't we have one that had like a something else on it? Like a skull?
Probably
or
like a
something?
monster or something. Yeah.
It's happening.
So, we are continuing with our story. As I mentioned, Eleothis, Land of the Woven Suns. You can follow us for free on Patreon and watch our videos and our VODs on YouTube. Also for free. On Patreon, you can get early access to the podcast version of our show, which I release when I'm done editing it, and then it comes out to the public on Spotify on Mondays. Scribequill.com. We have been using them for our recaps, which I believe I did, and it released on YouTube this morning. It's a recap, and I suggest you go check it out. It summarizes our prior session and uses AI technology to just do a big long transcript and then pull all the key points together with a really lovely voice that you can choose and some background music, and makes a little video, which I add some of our commissioned art from Mibble Art or Mibble Art. And you should check that out. We are one of the partners, and I'm loving it, really. I know AI is a contentious subject, but this, I feel like it is just taking your audio, it is making it into a summary, it is reading the summary, the art is art that they have, it's a standard piece, and then we use the commissioned art. So, if anything, it's kind of like what you would hope AI would be used for. And it sounds really nice. So, check that out. They have different pricing available, and you can also see our VODs or a link to our VODs on their partners site. For merch, we got merch. I got merch today. Live by the die, die by the die. You can get that on a t-shirt, on a sweatshirt like I have,
I
and
think last week
on
it was all of us, right?
hats and other fun things. And you can go to tinyurl.com/DDG merch to check all of that out. As well as TeePublic. You can search for us there. Music, we are happily using Monument Studios Fantasy Plus. Michael Gelfie Studios, Alexander Miller, aka the Boy King of Idaho, and Kevin McLeod in Compotech for our ambiance and our background music, and links for all of that can be found in the show notes. Also, events, cons, things like that. Rising Phoenix is April 25th through the 27th, and I can say that the first audiobook of Sex Bunker Apocalypse, which I narrated for my friend Adam Brink, the author of the trilogy series, is available on Amazon. It is $17.46, I believe. The pennies. Amazon creates the price. But we've had actually really great success. You should check it out. And I have successfully edited book 2. And I am in the process of editing book 3. So everything has been recorded. We're on the way. I also recorded my first set of lines, I guess, for the Fae video game. I am playing Lulu, the main character, and so you can check that out as the Compound releases the previews of that game. Anything else?
Like, share, subscribe.
The morning air is crisp, the scent of damp earth and pine hanging in the cool breeze as the first light of dawn stretches over the rolling hills of Emporia. The path of the wing lies ahead, a treacherous, winding ascent into the vast Gan Mountains, where sheer cliffs, shifting trails, and the whisper of unseen dangers mark the way forward. Few choose to walk it, even fewer return, but this is the path you have chosen, and there's no turning back now. As you gather your things and prepare to leave the Split Horn, the weight of your own thoughts clings heavier than the packs on your shoulders. Ayla, you adjust the straps of your bag, but your mind is elsewhere, in another time, another place, in the memories that won't quiet. You still see Vithalian's face, the cold anger beneath her voice, the hurt she barely tried to conceal. And for the first time, you truly understand the depth of it, because you felt it, too. You had thought yourself the wronged one, the stolen from, the used, the one left adrift in the wake of someone else's betrayal. But you had been the thief first, the betrayer. Even if you were just a child. Even if you didn't know what you were doing and it was Melpomene who whispered the instructions, it was still your hands that took the Starlight's tear from Vi. And confirmation of that betrayal stung, sharp in your chest. Is this how Chiron had felt all this time? Kethra, you finish lacing your boots. Your hands tightening around the leather cord as a single phrase echoes in your mind, spoken in your own voice, but no longer your own words. Beneath the stars of uncertainty, a daughter's destiny converges with her father's impending doom. The moon's power holds the key to thwarting the darkness, but sacrifices must be made to preserve what remains of the place where tempests calm. It was forced from you, stolen by ember moss and circumstance. A prophecy meant for who? Yourself? Your father? The answer remains unclear, but the weight of it does not. Kai, you step out of the ethereal closet, running your hand through your hair as you exhale slowly. The closet helped, but the problem with fear is that it doesn't stay behind closed doors. Each morning, the same calculation. How far has it come? How much time do you have? You've gotten good at pushing it down, tucking it away where no one can see, but it lingers. It waits. And you worry that one day soon, it won't wait any longer. Iolite, you press your fingers to the smooth surface of the sending stone, the familiar weight of it grounding you. You had hoped for an answer, and were relieved when it finally came. Sorry it took so long, Iolite. Desi's voice had come through early this morning. Steady, breathless, moving. The paths have been rough. The keepers are helping, but it's been a lot. But we're still moving. Tell Kethra, Yuri says hi. Despite everything, the tension in your chest loosens. There's something reassuring in the knowledge that even across vast distances and dangerous roads, your closest friend is okay and is still thinking of you. And then there's Eldon. Just as the suns were rising on a day that promises to be clear and cooperative for travel, Theratrix touched down, his wings stirring dust and leaves in the morning air as he spoke, his voice quiet but firm. I see them, Eldon. The Keepers. 4 or 5 of them, and they seem to be moving with purpose. Less than a day from Walgrove. If we're going to move, we need to do it now. You already knew this moment would come. You just didn't expect it to come so soon. The time for deliberation is over. The path of the wing awaits, and so you begin. Is there anything that you want to prepare before you leave Walgrove and head into the mountains?
I would cook us some provisions.
Okay.
What that is, I don't know. Stuff to eat. Because I imagine you're not finding much in the mountains, so... some protein bars or something.
Okay. You spend a little bit of time cooking.
And I think there's a little shop here, right? Like I can get some oatmeal and protein powder and just make us some protein balls or something.
Yeah, you can have a little kind of in a communal, not quite a park because it's not really that big of a place, but park-like area where people cook and gather things up. Nobody else is really heading out into those, onto the path. The shrine keeper had mentioned that they have seen people more recently, but it's not, nobody goes that way typically, so you're not fighting against any other folks. Everyone else is going to go back on the road.
Eldon's gonna go to that wing that was carved out, the shrine.
Okay. The Shrine of the Wing. Are you looking for the keeper of that?
No, he's just
gonna
looking
go-
for, yeah.
Okay.
He's gonna light some incense around the kind that he had when he had the Theratrix was still a stone egg. And he'll lay out a small roll of cloth that he had, kind of prepared the night before, I suppose. He'll go to his knees in front of the shrine, and with that in front of him and the incense burning, he'll just start speaking, I suppose.
Okay.
I gotta come up with something off the top of my head, because I had to think that he would make like some sort of
Some sort of gesture before his...
yes,
Try.
but I didn't think of what he would do.
If you want, you can think about it, and then we can flash back to it anytime you know what you want to say.
I'm just gonna fucking wing this
Alright.
and just see where it goes. So he'll roll out the cloth as he's on his knees, and he'll look at all the little. There's like gold and the jewels that Kai had put up, and just
There's a scrap of pink fabric from Kethra, a coin that has a Yamari symbol on it.
so what we put up.
Yeah, and then other things around.
Speaking to what sounds like no one in particular, but obviously the shrine,
Before you get started, where's Theratrix?
wherever Theratrix is.
Wasn't sure if you would want
You're
him to be.
You're Theratrix, so you get to make this call. He just went on his own. He didn't
Okay.
speak to Theratrix. I know I could have left gold or jewels or gems, but we both know that that's meaningless too. Sacrifice needs to have symbolic meaning. It needs to mean something. And I recently told somebody that I didn't have very many things that I thought were mine and mine only. And then he'll reach down and he'll pick up a scrap of paper that he had torn out of his book. I write poems and other silly things, but things that I keep from the others. But I wrote this, and this came from my mind. I'll put it down. Let's see, my mind, and then I'll pick up arrowhead. And the people who trained me, they shaped me to be a weapon, to be a warrior, to defend those who can't defend themselves. There's many hours learning how to use these. And even if the people that trained me don't follow that, I will. I'll put that down and say my body. I love a woman, and she's the sweetest, kindest, and strongest woman that you'll ever find on Eleothis. And even though she has skin like stone, inside she has a soft, a gentle heart. I'll take one blue petal from the flower that he still has, and I'll put that down and I'll say, my heart. And my brother, your gift to me, Theratrix. I couldn't live without him. He is literally half of me, and I am half of him. He is part of me always, half of my soul. And he'll take one black scale that he took from Theratrix last night, and I'll put that down. My soul. These 4 things are all I am. 4 meaningless things that mean nothing to no one else, but everything to me. And I give them to you. Please keep me and my friends safe. Put it in like a little, crook in the thing. Mm-hmm. And please forgive me. And he's gonna take the little pink swatch of fabric. He's gonna take that back.
You take the pink swatch of fabric, as you said.
I'm just doing
hide
this
it
all
away.
by taking that fabric.
Don't take backsies. You, just kind of looking around, don't see Theratrix anywhere near you in this moment. And it's quiet near the shrine. Sana is not around, or if she is, she's not making herself visible in this moment. And you know you only have a few hours before the keepers come. And there's a part of you that is pretty certain that they're on their way here because you're here. So there is still a choice to wait or to go.
No, there isn't a choice in Eldon's mind. He has to go.
The rest of you, as you're gathering your items and Eldon is on his way back to you, notice that the town is very excited. There's like an air of celebration. It appears that there has been a baby born, and they are having some kind of village celebratory gathering. And as you're pulling everything together and watching folks, you can see that they're gathering flowers and the moss, and like they're going to do some kind of something. And even Mervyn, the tavern keep, lets you know that it's a big deal when a baby's born in Wallgrove. It's a small village, and you might want to head out because there's really kind of like no leaving once things get started. And they expect everybody to celebrate, and it's like an expectation. Anybody who arrives has to be part of the celebration of life of this new baby coming. So you have a little while to get out while you still can. Anyone who loves babies is like, maybe we should stay. But no, you would be stuck.
No babies, no pets for Ayla.
Okay. And as you have gathered all of your belongings, Ayla is handing out protein bars to everybody. You look back and see the village starting to get excited, get decorated, and you turn in the direction that you're going to be going, and looks are deceiving here. You know that it's a beautiful landscape, Emporia, especially in the summer. And you're not headed into a mountain pass, you're headed along the side. As you took a moment to look at the map, and you knew that the hole where the like hot springs kind of is actually more north. And looking at the map, you can see probably the way that you're going to end up going is more to the west and then northwest. So a direction you just hadn't really been in before. This is not an area that you typically traverse. Nobody goes here. But you know that it's going to be pretty, but it will be deceiving, especially if it's an area that isn't routinely traversed by the keepers to make sure that hazards are safe and things are cleared out. But it'll be a little bit before you actually start heading into the mountains proper. So
You will let us know before it starts getting cold, right?
You'll be able to tell by the snow.
I want to know before we get to snow.
It's always cold in the mountains.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen snow?
On the top of Yamari, yes.
Well,
I've not been in it, per se.
I'll teach you about snowball fights.
I don't like the sound of that.
It's fun. It's a child's game.
She's gonna put on those snow boots that she bought.
it is still summer.
I asked for a heads up, and he's like, "It's gonna be cold in the mountains." So she's like, "Oh fuck!" And you just start strapping on her fucking boots and shit.
She still has the sundress. But
She's dressed. She's dressed summery, and she has her cloak, which negates any weather effects. So it doesn't matter how fucking cold it gets.
Yeah. All right, so you head into the path of the wing. At first, it's pretty well-worn of a path. You can tell people have been going down here recently, but it's also fairly open. It looks kind of like how that image is. There are trees growing around. You can see the dirt has been worn down in areas where folks typically walk, but it's not an open field or anything, and there isn't a wall of stone or rock or trees on either side of you. It's just kind of you're walking into the woods. You just know that the Vascan Mountains are ahead of you. All right, so you are walking along. It's a nice day. I'm going to switch us to a harp in the forest. That's how nice it is. The suns are beaming through the canopy of the trees. You can hear birds and other animals. It is a lovely time. Kai, part of you is still thinking about the nameless stalker and how it's walking behind you somewhere. And given that you did make a turn to the west, there's just that little bit in the back of your head. You're pretty sure you have a decent lead on it, but you just never really know. And then part of you is also like, oh man, I hope it doesn't go through Wallgrove. Just kind of like the thinking of it.
Right through the baby celebration.
No.
Oh, congratulations, you have a new baby. Hope you didn't get attached.
Theratrix is Theratrix below canopy, above canopy, with you all?
He
Where?
could be above.
Okay, he's not below.
He likes the freedom of the open sky.
Make a perception check generally for Theratrix as he's kind of looking. I would say he's mostly been looking back as well as in the direction that you're walking, because he has a little bit of you can feel a little bit of nervousness and anxiety. You felt it
His wisdom.
before you left Walgrove.
Damn it. 12 plus 2.
Okay.
14.
You felt it before you left Walgrove, as it was just like this kind of hurry up, let's go feeling, even though he didn't say it to you directly. As you go,
We still have horses, or did we leave?
oh,
them?
that was one question I wanted to ask you. So your options with your horses, Eldon, you'd know that horses can't go through the mountain. So your option is to either leave the horses at Walgrove now, where they would be safe, or at some point abandon them when you get closer to a point where and that could be sooner or later, you really don't know. This isn't an area that you've traversed, and it has not been, as I said, maintained in such a way to make horse travel
Pay
easy.
good money for the damn horses. I'm
You
not gonna-
rented them.
Yeah, I was like, okay, in honor of Roger, we can't just abandon them and let him die. We should leave him back at Walgrove in honor of our Roger.
They can go to the baby shower.
We'll enjoy the baby shower. Yeah.
My horse will celebrate in my stead.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, you can do either one. But honestly, at this point, probably traveling on a horse is not going to be faster for you. So even then, as you leave the horses behind, there's that little bit of like, okay, now we're moving a little bit slower through the woods. We'll be okay, Kai says in his own head to himself.
We got this.
We know the solution.
Couple of hours passes. Around you, you can see that tree is much different than Yamari. It's more of the deciduous. Is that how you say that word? Yay. Pines and less of the definitely some flowering trees around, especially as it's summertime, but not the brightly colored, in your face, huge overgrown flowers that you would have seen in the island tropical life. Vines hanging, as you would see, a little bit of the, what is it,
Kudzu?
Kudzu. Starting to take over from the west. I'm gonna have what is your pale self? Iolite. Okay. Iolite, as you are walking, you notice that the vines in the area are just a little bit thicker and kind of in front of your group, starting to cross ahead of the path that, again, is not very well worn through. It just looks a little off from what you are used to. And kind of pointing that out to Eldon. Eldon, I'm going to have you make a survival check. It's not a
6.
Okay.
Yeah, it's fine.
Got this all day.
They'll do
kid.
that.
Yeah, walking through, there's a variety of vines. Your mind is elsewhere. There's just so much. It's only been an hour or two since you left.
I'm a great guide. Let's go.
We'll be all right.
And taking a quick look at these vines, they look like kind of standard, but totally fine.
They don't remind me of the killer vines from the, what was it? Was it like a temple or something that we
Yeah.
saw?
Oh, that was like the
Yamari?
very beginning.
Yeah.
A completely different type of plant So, yeah, no, the ones that were on Yumari Island, if anything, when you're thinking about it.
Remember that, guys? That was crazy.
Yeah.
As this one's like...
You begin walking through it, and I'm actually going to roll myself a D100 to see.
I'll prove how safe this is. I'll walk right through this.
Look, I'm jumping on them.
Damn, I told you that. My being like a guide on the way here, I was like, I'm going to roll shit as like the guide.
So about like 20 feet into it, you all start to feel like some little slices on your feet.
They're already
Through your
fucking up my
clothes.
boots.
And
thing you put 'em on.
Yeah.
It's at this point, Eldon, that you like feel again. Your brain is elsewhere, and then you come back to like a little nick on your like ankle, and you look down and realize that you are standing in a dense cluster of veilthorn brambles.
Guys, I fucked up. We're standing in Veilthorn brambles. Oops.
So all of you standing there, there's different grasses growing through too. It wasn't that it was just like blanketing and it was the only thing that you saw, like walking through. It was hidden but noticed. You, 20 feet in.
Maybe you should take the lead.
I'm gonna have everybody roll a d4. What'd you get?
1.
1, 2,
3.
3,
4.
4.
Wow.
I was hoping you'd say 5. we really
It's a
went the whole way
D4.
around.
You got a 5 on a D4. You won the game, buddy.
Because there were 2 ones, you all take 5 points of
Ow.
piercing damage.
Not 1?
No, because it was 1 per 5 feet.
Oh, we had a long rest.
Yes, you had a long rest. It's the next day,
never
celebration 26. So you all take 5 points of piercing damage as you notice that these silver-edged leaves on these vines are slicing through bits of your clothing or just finding just the right angle and messing up your socks at least. And I need everybody to make a Constitution saving throw.
fuck.
You realize you look ahead, Eldon, as you're like, oh shit, and you have at least another 20 feet of these like silver-edged leaves that you can see glinting the sun off of the edges. Who got above a 14? Okay. The rest of you start to feel a little bit sluggish, and you begin to kind of slow down. But you're stuck in the middle. Like you all stop, and then you start to feel that heaviness in your muscles. Your speed is reduced by half for the next 10 minutes. But you're kind of stuck in this. You can either walk through or you got to get to the other side of this 20 feet. Where you're pretty sure it stops.
Like 4 darts.
Like,
Just keep
we
walking
don't.
through,
Me and
yeah.
him don't feel sluggish because we passed.
No, you've got the little cuts,
Okay.
but no, you don't feel sluggish. You feel pretty okay.
Because I notice Iolite starting to like
Eldon's
slump. I just feel like
On this
we
mystical
must
adventure.
step out of here.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
No.
Use. Is it called Misty Step in universe? Like, do we know the names of our spells? I was trying to play it off like, do that thing where we just Nightcrawler. That makes even less sense.
This is what it's called in the
Misty
world.
Step. Out of.
Misty step.
Just as far as you can to the edge.
Okay.
Together on the count of 3. And we count to 3. And I hope we both Misty Step at the same time.
So use your 30 feet to be on the other end of it.
Yep.
Okay.
And then she's like,
I mean, you're not knocked out. You're just like your legs feel heavy, and now you're
Like you
moving
ate
at
a
half
big
speed.
bowl of pasta.
Yeah. There you go. You got the itis.
Loaded.
I thought it was like they like put a little poison or something.
It is a poison,
Oh,
but
okay,
your
so
legs,
you-
like your muscles, are just like you feeling the itis. Is a good way to describe it.
The itis.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I never-
can Kethra cast a spell on herself real quick?
Yeah. Yeah.
She's gonna cast protection from poison.
Okay.
So it reverses it.
All right.
Oh.
You're still in the middle of the bramble patch.
Yeah,
so
she's
what
like,
do you-
fuck this shit. And she's like gonna wait till she gets the other end, and then she's gonna go, this sucks.
These aren't magically created or manipulated, right?
No, they're natural in the environment.
I would have had advantage.
Are you walking to the other end?
Yeah, she's gonna walk to the other end.
You're gonna
and-
take another 5 points of piercing damage as you get cut, sliced, and stabbed by these.
Sorry.
Sliced and diced.
Right.
What's Kai doing? In the middle.
Kai's gonna walk with his companions to make sure everyone, because he's feeling all right. He's kind of doing the, let's go, let's
Okay.
go.
She's like,
You're gonna
"Stop
get 5
touching
more
me."
points of 5 more points of piercing. All right, so the other 3, as you two poof to the end.
We're the only ones with sense.
The rest
Sucks
of
to
you
suck,
get a little sliced and cut up. Eldon, as you look back at it, you recall what this is called, the Veilthorn brambles, and you do know that oftentimes, like, pack animals will herd whatever they're trying to subdue into little spots of this type of vines to make it an easier kill.
Yeah, he's gonna keep that little tidbit to himself. Now that he magically remembers this, he's like, oh yeah.
Pulling thorns out. And just, it's a good way to start our mountain journey.
Sorry.
So you're a little bit slower for just a handful of minutes as you continue on, but it does definitely suck. As you feel the poison work its way through your body, you start to feel more like yourself. Another D20, if you would. Who's next?
Kethra.
Kethra.
Six.
6.
You still have the tablet.
Do I still
Yes.
have that? Oh yeah, I do.
I randomly thought
Yeah,
about
yeah.
that like Wednesday.
Yeah.
And then promptly forgot about it. And
Yeah.
it
I
just
remembered
popped
her,
in
like,
right
last
now.
week. I was like, oh yeah, have her in my inventory.
All right. You're heading through the greenery. A perception check from everyone, please. Another hour and a half goes by. You stop to take a little break, as you cannot continuously walk forever and ever, and just take some sips, eat a protein bar. What we got?
19.
Okay.
10.
21.
14.
7.
Okay.
You are all going in the cuck spot. Every single one of you. Try to put yourself back in play. Sons of bitches.
No, you have to sit there and watch.
To see what you did. Remind your brethren.
You have to watch others do what you couldn't.
Exactly, and how worthless
To
you
watch
feel.
others get the fucking job done.
As you sit, taking a rest and a sip around, sip around. Just pass around, take a sip. That's what I meant to say. You begin to feel, again, Iolite first, and then Kethra. And maybe it's a little bit of that kind of PTSD. You just had a little, you feel a little rumbling underneath your feet. And then a little bit more. And in the beginning, you're just like, no, this is just, it'll be fine. Then you start to hear the movement of like rocks and start to see the ground shaking. Everybody around you, all of you, start to see that dust kind of moving around, the little rocks that are rumbling. Eldon, a quick nature check or survival check.
It's just the wind.
Well, because for survival for a ranger, I only have a +1. On the 6.
Okay.
I'm gonna get us all killed. Sorry. Wrap it up. This mountain trip sucks.
You have another moment of your brain goes straight to the that worm that had come up, and so you begin to ready yourself. But this is a little bit of a different story, as everybody.
It's totally a worm, guys. I know this.
The rumbling starts to get stronger. You all start to ready yourselves. What are you doing to ready yourself for this? It is just like a general rumbling that you are feeling, and you cannot tell where it's coming from.
I am getting ready to somersault out of the way.
Okay, you're so readying like a jump type thing. Okay.
Kai is going to cast freedom of movement on himself.
Okay.
Are there any, like, trees or vines nearby?
Oh, yeah.
I think that in that moment I would try to, like, grab something and sort of, like,
Pull your
pull
leg
myself up off of the ground as much as I could in a quick second or two.
Okay.
I'm gonna stay perfectly still and ready an arrow.
Okay.
Yeah, she's gonna stand there and
Can't
just
see
ready
you.
primal
This
savagery.
vision is based on movement.
All right. As you feel the rumbling, see the cracks in the earth and the stones beginning to jump around you. Having dealt with a drake snap maw, or I think it was called, I don't remember, scale maw, that came out from under the earth, you are a little bit prepared, you believe. But from underneath Eldon and Kethra, the ground opens up, and I need you to make a dexterity saving throw. The rest of you, eyes wide, see the large open mouth of a creature that has busted through the ground in an attempt
Better if it
to...
didn't knock over. You saw that, right? How it flipped. I got an 11.
9.
Am I gonna end up the way of Roger?
No.
It's all these things are always
With a
erupting
9.
right up underneath her. She's gonna be like, I don't
was
trust
a
the
2.
ground anymore.
And when I rolled it.
Okay, so let's see here. You are both knocked prone as you see two large creatures bust up through the ground. Rocks flying. You are knocked prone and pushed 5 feet away. You are also knocked prone and pushed 5 feet away.
You want to grab Nick's because he skedaddled his little ass back into my bag. He skedaddled a little way into my bag. Thank you. He was like, "Yeah, I'm not dumb. My own way.
And you take
My druid maybe, but I'm not."
14 points of bludgeoning damage and 14 points of slashing damage.
Oh, okay.
These smash through the ground. Eldon, in that moment, actually on your turn, I'll let you make the roll.
Just put that out to the ethers,
First
okay?
up is Ayla.
Why does everything come out of the fucking ground here? I'm going to cast slow on
Okay.
these guys.
And what is that?
They have to make a wisdom save of 16.
All right, wisdom save. I'm just double checking to see if they've got anything. 16. So the one that busted over Eldon. That didn't come out right, but. Oh well.
I think it came out perfect, actually.
Commit.
Succeeded with a natural 18. The second one over Kethra failed with a 7. So slow, so that means only an action, reaction, or bonus action.
Its speed is
And
half.
speed is half.
It takes a -1 to AC and dexterity saving throws. Can't use reactions.
Okay, no reactions. All right, gotcha. All right, so
these
we
are all
got the one over
blessed. Do we have a
Eldon
slow-
and the one over
He's,
Kethra.
I'm looking for.
I don't think we do.
I have
Did it
one
get
that just
pulled?
says magical.
No, just
That's still good.
that one.
One's better
Yeah,
than none.
that's fine.
I'm trying to go through them. 'Cause
So
There's
this one is
so
16.
many of them.
All right. So you watch one of them as it. You do your dance and let loose the magical energy. One of them like kind of slowly hits the ground as it falls. The other one lands normal speed.
I'm gonna go. And I'm gonna do another little shimmy of my hips, and everybody gets 8 temporary hit points.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Thank you.
Here, so this one just says magical effect. I couldn't find one that says slow.
I don't know if it's gonna stay on there.
And you said 8 temporary?
8
8 temporary hit points. All right.
Appreciate
Next,
that. Thank you.
we've got Kethra. You are
Oh,
prone.
sorry. And you can each immediately use your reaction to move up to your speed without provoking opportunity attacks.
Immediately,
Immediately.
Yep.
I'll use half mine to stand up, and then I'll go away.
All right.
Yeah. What Adam said. Yeah.
35, right?
35, yeah. That's half there, so that's fine.
I always forget the
All
second
right.
half.
And then where's
Yeah.
Kethra going? So Kethra's right. This doesn't show up on the screen. Kethra's right there, so you get 15 to stand up.
Did you
and
have
then-
the purple one I gave you? That one might show.
Probably, so like that, okay?
Oh, I don't know where that is.
Yeah,
My
no?
children might have stolen it.
Red
Oh,
maybe?
there you go.
Isn't there
It was
one
purple
behind
or-
you
it was
in the
purple
thing
or
there?
blue or something.
All right, backing up. Oh, did it show up?
Kind of.
A little bit.
Is it
You'll have
blue?
to remind me. I'll bring one of Logan's separate.
It is, yeah,
I'll
it's
bring you. Logan has 2. I'll bring you one that has like a little
Okay.
star on it
No.
too. Bring you Logan's extra one on a Sunday.
You back up and kind of like scoot yourselves away from these creatures. Kethra, it's your turn.
Now that I'm up, where am I? I don't like these things.
They're different from the other one, right?
They are different, yeah. You see a kind of like stone scaled creature that has busted up through the ground
And on Eldon.
and on Eldon.
I forgot all of them.
All over Eldon.
Yeah, she's epically pissed because that thing knocked on her ass. So she's going to all right, 60-foot radius. Might not be able to do it. Do we have a 60-foot radius thing? I just want to measure.
Oh,
something
you,
out.
that's the whole.
Okay.
yeah,
I'm
you
not
definitely
gonna
have space.
nail Iolite, am I?
What are you trying to do?
I'm trying to
This is
do call
30.
lightning, but I don't want to hit Iolite with.
Oh, you get to choose where that goes.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm gonna do call lightning. And on the one that's not slowed, because it's one that's not slowed, right?
Yes, right.
I'm gonna call it right down on top of it.
Okay. Pretty sure that is a saving throw of some kind.
Yes, Dex 16.
16 dex. That is a fail on its part.
Good.
Should have failed its wisdom save. How smart can it be?
That's it. 8.
All right, 8 points.
Some really
of
shitty for
damage.
Shitty for 3d10s. Come on.
Lightning comes streaking down from the sky, as you all have been familiar with this a cloud that has formed overhead. And are you doing anything else? Any other things?
No.
All right. Next
have
up,
anything else.
we have Kai.
Right. Yes, he can see that one of them is compromised. Kethra looks hurt. Eldon probably looks a little dusty, but I don't think he's hurt as bad. But He's going to look at the one that Kethra just called lightning down onto. He's going to tug at the weave, make a fist, and cast banishment on it.
Okay. And that's a saving throw as well.
Yes, a saving throw of 15 charisma.
Charisma. All right. It needs to roll above an 18. And it does not. So, it's away.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just got one slow motherfucker. For now, anyway.
In its place, there is a crater where it came through the ground. So, this is a hole.
It certainly is.
Indeed.
And bonus action, Kai will Hexblade curse this one. See if
Okay.
we can stay.
That's all right. I have it marked on here, too.
Good enough.
All right. Any other things?
No, he's gonna stay in between it and Kethra.
Okay. All right. Next up is Iolite.
I will jump down from the tree.
Okay.
Just hanging in. As I fall, I'm going to twist in the air.
Landing in the starry form.
In the archer starry form.
Okay, Archer.
And I want to start by shooting an arrow at it.
Okay. An arrow goes flying towards it.
$25 to hit.
Yeah, that's a hit.
Sorry. I always forget like what it does. D8.
That's a very gentle sound.
10
10 points
of radiant damage.
of radiant damage. Okay.
And then I'm gonna throw a guiding bolt at it.
All right.
Is this an accurate depiction of what we're looking at? Like,
No, it's
Okay.
the closest thing to it, though.
are they like scaled and rocky looking?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna use this and reroll.
Okay. Is that your inspired action?
Music change. From
Yeah.
What are you doing to
Mordor
inspire
to something
yourself?
else.
I think, I just saw it hit my friends, and I'm mad. And then Kai did something really cool, and I was like, "This is my moment to do something really cool too." And I did that cool move out of the tree, and then I just like don't want to have this fall flat on like my
You
second part of
hesitate
this
for
move.
a second, and you're like, "No."
Right? Yeah, this is it.
Looking for the right opportunity.
20, dirty 20.
That hits.
Nice.
So now it starts to glitter with the guiding bolt. Are you going to be doing any movement?
I don't think so, actually. Okay. I'll just do that. 11 points of radiant damage. And the next
Okay.
person gets advantage that attacks.
Advantage on the next one. All right, Eldon.
Okay. I'm just gonna sling an arrow at it and see what it does.
Okay.
And I just had to have
Wonder
advantage on
Why
what
not?
this- wonder what this is going to do.
Well, you get advantage. You get advantage. Don't forget.
I'm gonna use. I'll cast Hunter's Mark on it first,
Okay.
and Theratrix is far beyond, so I can't exactly do anything with him. So Hunter's Mark is a D8, D6. I can't remember. It's a
D6.
D6. What's this one? Uh, 26 to hit.
That hits.
D10. That's 8 plus 4 plus 8, 16. 20 points. of damage.
Okay.
Does it look like it's not having as much of an effect? Like, would Eldon know anything special about these things?
I'll let you do a like survival or nature check. I'm gonna make it a high DC because you're in the middle of fighting, but
Okay, I'll do that now. Between my attacks, that's an 11. That's only a 12.
you, it's everything's going so fast. You feel like you might know what this is, but it's only been a couple seconds, and you're trying to gather.
Oh, this one doesn't have advantage, right? This one.
No, it's just the first one.
Pick one of them. I didn't look. I have no idea what they are, and I don't feel like pick. What?
Furthest
I'm,
out.
I'm not looking at it. Whichever one's closest to
This
my
one?
There you
finger.
go. Yeah.
Ah, damn it! It was a 2 and a 4.
Oh,
So it
okay.
wouldn't have mattered
Alright.
anyways. That's a 13 hit.
Okay. It kind of like hits, but slings off the back of it as it slowly turns around to look at you, and you start getting a better look at what this is. Okay. Are you moving or are you staying right
I'll
where
stay
you're
right there.
at? Okay, then we've got it's the creature's turn. It is going to burrow down into the ground, disappearing as it just like turns and more slowly than it would have under normal circumstances, goes down under the earth. And then it is going to come up right underneath Kai. And I'm going to need you to make a dexterity saving throw. Actually, it's going to come up underneath both of you. Kai and Kethra. So, dexterity saving throw for the two of you, as it's a large creature and it can fit.
Would that be with? Would they have advantage if it's coming up slowly, like it's not bursting up like it did
We're
before?
all failing.
Not unless that's one of the
No, I'm
things
just
on the
trying
slow.
to throw us a
I'm gonna
bone.
use mine. Inspired by the fact this thing's coming from my boyfriend. Oh, that was worth it. All right, 18 plus dexterity, 20.
Dexterity saving.
2, so 8, 20, dirty 20.
Okay.
22.
22. Okay. You both are like, as you see it coming up, the rocks and everything that go flying in your direction, you get pelted with those. You take 7 points of bludgeoning damage. And
one of those temporary. Thanks, Ayla. Thanks, Ayla.
and 7 points of slashing damage. You're not knocked prone. And you're able to kind of back yourselves up out of the space. And
Oh, I have to make a
concentration check.
concentration. It's all. It was all just 1 for 14, right? It wasn't 2
Yeah.
separate.
It was 1 attack for a total of 14, yeah.
Okay, so that would be a 10.
Yeah.
That's cocked. Oh, I have advantage, so just in case. First one was better. 19.
Okay. You see the jaws snap in the air as you backed away and out of the space. That is going to be the end of its turn. We are at the top of the round. Round 2. Ayla.
Will use Sorcerer's Burst, so just aura of blue energy comes. My hand glows blue, and whatever 18 plus 8 is.
Okay, that's 6.
Rolling decent today, and D8 are my 8s.
One thing that I have read about that people sometimes do is to roll your attack and your damage at the same time. So, something to throw out there that might speed it up for everybody.
All right,
I'm just saying generally for the group. Just
and
if you hit, then you know what your damage is right away.
this is going to do. Let's go with psychic damage. I want to fuck with its head.
Okay.
5. Sorry. 2d8. So 11 points of psychic damage.
Okay.
So hoping to land on an 8, because if you get on an 8, you keep rolling. It does. What's that called? Avalanche.
Exploding.
Exploding. So yeah,
Exploding dice.
it's got a headache now. Welcome to my life.
Okay. And anything else? Are you moving or?
I
any other items?
am staying where I am. That's all I'm gonna do for now.
Okay. Next up we have Kethra.
I'm just gonna move, call lightning over, and bring it down on him again.
Okay. Are
Might
you
as well.
moving out of the way? It will provoke an attack of opportunity. Or are you staying right next to him?
I'm
It
staying next.
You can't use this reaction.
Oh, no reactions. Right.
I'm staying where I am.
Okay.
You can get a free. It won't make an attack.
It can't. Now it's slowed.
Can't
So
leave you by your lonesome. You do something stupid.
Don't forget. Don't worry about.
does it
Kai.
make any saving throws at the end, by the way, for
I
that?
don't trust you.
Typically there's a saving throw. So I am going to double check if
I'm gonna do
that's the
something
case.
about that in a second.
How long
Give
is
me a
it
minute.
banished for? I forget.
A minute. 10 rounds.
Right.
Yep,
So long.
I'm keeping track. One round. So
Yeah, it makes another wisdom save at the end of its turn.
Is it the same DC?
Yes.
Okay.
Failed. 10 and a deck save of 16.
Dex save. Dex saves are at disadvantage, or
Yeah.
that's a fail either way. I'm not gonna even bother
I
rolling.
just
the
like
next
forgot
Yep.
what I needed.
one. All right, it's gonna take max damage from this, or
Actually, it's a -2 to dex saves, not disadvantage.
okay,
16.
16 points of damage.
And as my bonus action, I'm going to cast Healing Word on myself. Because I'm a little fucked up.
All right.
More than just a little, so it's 2d4 plus 5.
Looking up at this thing, calling lightning, and then grabbing a boob.
So I get 10 points back.
It's
Grab my
boob or her
like,
boob.
hello. You burned my titty.
All right. Are you staying where you're at, even though?
Are you gonna move? Because she doesn't trust you. You have to put that damn necklace on.
go. Go ahead, Kath.
Move a little bit up and look at him. Fucking don't do anything stupid.
Pulls him by the necklace.
Come with me.
All right. Next up, we have somebody. What does that say?
Kai.
Hi.
Yeah. So Kai
Dumb
is
shit, Kai.
gonna swing at it with the Bloodletter's Shadow.
Okay.
That's a dirty 20 to hit.
That absolutely hits.
It's 4 plus 5, which is 9 plus 3, 12 points of damage.
Okay.
And second attack. That's 21 to hit. And another 12 points of damage.
Okay.
He's gonna stay with it in between Kethra and him.
Okay. All right. Next up, we have Iolite.
I'm gonna shoot another arrow.
Okay.
18.
That hits.
$11 points of radiant damage.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna throw another guiding bolt at it.
You're all just wailing away at this creature that's busted up out of the ground,
It just wanted to
it's-
talk.
wondering where its partner is.
22.
Is that to hit?
To hit, yeah.
Yes. That hits.
More points of radiant damage.
Okay. And last but not least, are you moving?
No.
Okay. Eldon.
Okay. Did you use guy?
Yeah, you have
Use
advantage.
17 plus 11.
That hits.
I'm gonna. I pulled out one of the fire. The
Firecracker.
yeah. Thank you. Yep.
Arrows. Arrowheads.
Shit. It's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15 points for the first. Let's try to do that again. 15 plus 11.
That is.
That's 8, 9, 10, 14, 15, 16 points of damage.
Okay. You let loose the arrows. This time, your second arrow like pierces right through the head of this creature, and it slumps down to the ground
Oh, yay.
and is done.
We killed it.
I think you have the most like KOs in this whole campaign. Like
With lots
you-
of arrows to the head.
Yeah, you keep like.
As it falls, the curse returns with part of it, creature's essence, and Kai heals 12 points.
Hey.
Guy takes out a straw.
It's gonna
You
be
have-
humanoid.
About, we'll say, like 30 to 40 seconds before the creature's going to come back. The other one.
All right, everyone.
Do we want to get ready or do we want to run?
Well,
Hurry. Decide.
I don't know how far can they chase us.
Unless we want to keep running, I think we're gonna have to put this other one down.
Eldon, if you want to make another survival check as you take a look at this creature.
11.
11 total.
My survival, like for a ranger, my survival and my
Your nature.
my nature, my animal handling, all that
He's
sucks.
not a wisdom ranger.
Yeah, I didn't go with that.
Yeah. Well, I'll give you a choice. You can either take a minute to try to figure out what this is, or get yourself
We
ready.
don't have a minute.
30 seconds.
Guys, I think I got this.
All right. So you all prepare yourselves for when this creature pops back into place. Okay. You
Yeah,
can just
sure.
put that one back where that is.
Back in the hole.
Where are you all standing?
I didn't move.
I would think that we would kind of step around it, keep a little bit of distance. We kinda,
Do you want to move away from it a little bit, or?
Yeah, I'm just gonna maybe go like here so that we're sort of push me back like a square too, because I don't
Spur
want to be
around.
that close to that son of a bitch.
Okay.
Got it in. We got it circled.
We've got you surrounded.
and Kai is warming up Eldritch Blast so that if we want to drop it early, he's ready to pounce right away.
All right. Let's do the rounds. Going in order, or everybody, you can just roll your attacks, roll your damage. See if that helps. As it pops back and is immediately shocked to be back in Eleothis. Like, oh, hi.
You know what? You're going on the shelf.
Uh-oh.
All right, going around. Ayla.
11 fire damage from a firebolt. I just.
To hit. What did you roll to hit?
Oh, it was 21.
Okay. So 11 fire damage. All right. Next up,
I rolled a 5.
to hit.
Yeah.
Okay. You try to call.
No, you're call in. You don't roll the hit.
Oh, sweet. That's
Oh.
great. You're still staying up there because I don't trust you. All right. So that was what? 12.
It rolls a dex, right?
16, I believe. Let me double check so I don't fit into
Oh, it doesn't matter. It failed.
Oh, he has my bad roll and going
Yeah.
good. Glad.
How much was that?
12.
12. Okay. All right.
Does a 13 hit?
13 does not hit.
Well, good thing I rolled a natural 20 for the other. 20 points of force.
20 points of force damage.
You're
Okay.
a tease, right? That is just cruel and unusual, sir.
Okay.
17.
17 does just hit. Barely.
Ooh.
9 points of damage.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys all
These are all
wailing.
simultaneous, right?
Pretty much.
Like, advantage won't matter because I did a guiding bolt. I won't give anybody advantage because it was simultaneous, or
Did we only get one attack or two?
No, you
got
get
both.
two.
Okay,
You-
cool.
You were holding your attack.
It would be whatever the next one after you. I'm going in the order, so yeah.
oh, okay. So then you would have advantage
Oh,
if you need it.
oh, I mean, I hit on both, but I'll roll it just in case.
Yeah, just in case.
Nope. The first attack was 23 points of damage. The
Okay.
second was 19 points of damage for a total of 42.
Jesus.
I rolled like 20.
Jesus.
You can do that?
Just a arrow. This thing's like roars and makes a horrible sounding noise, and then it dives itself down underneath the ground. You feel the rumbling as it disappears, and
Oh, this thing still wants to fuck around and find
Wants
out.
to fucking rumble.
It pops up and sees the dead one, gets a...
Oh, it killed its mate. They bond for life.
I didn't know
Yeah,
tremors
kiss it
been from Bond for Life.
Their little wormlets.
disappears under the ground. You feel the rumbling under your feet. I need Ayla, Kethra, Kai to make dexterity saving throws.
Sounds like a fraternity.
It does.
All my dice are failing me today.
Oh no.
No.
As you feel the earth underneath your feet crumbling away, what'd you get?
If I remember my first grade math correctly, 2 + 2 = 4.
Nice. Okay, Kethra, the ground underneath you, or Ayla, what did you get?
21.
Okay. And sorry, Kai, we'll go just get him.
Rolled a 10. I'm assuming that's not enough to succeed. So if it is not, he is going to use his ring of evasion.
Okay. Is that auto success?
Yes.
Okay. So you feel the ground underneath you is no longer solid. Everything underneath you falls away. Ayla, you're able to jump out of the way. We'll say roll a d8 to see which direction you jump in. Kethra, you are not so lucky.
I'm in the hole.
Oh, no.
Okay. So you move forward just to that way. One.
To this way?
We've got Kethra, you fall and are immediately buried by rocks and falling debris. You can roll a d8 as well. See which direction you go in.
8.
So you move that way.
This way.
Towards you, and Kethra, you are... I don't have good rocks. I don't have good rocks over here. We'll just say that this is the hole.
Saying she needs rocks.
Sorry.
Oh god, this is trying to stick to me.
You are buried.
You got like a gopher or something you can launch
I was
it
going to say
into?
maybe a mole or a shrew, perhaps.
Ant.
Can't.
There's a lot. So.
There's a lot to go on.
And you take 11 points of bludgeoning damage as all of the rocks and debris fall on top of you.
Dude, these worms are assholes.
I take 11.
11, yes. Okay.
That's a face.
No.
All right. That is going to be the end of that one. Okay. We've got top of the round. You cannot see where the creature is, but it went in order of Ayla, Kethra, and then underneath Kai in terms of the falling debris. And let me get some stuff to just show.
You also picturing Lois Lane and the avalanche.
Oh, the fault.
Earthquake. I don't know. That was like scarring as a kid to watch.
horrific scene watching someone get buried alive
Yeah.
in the middle of a fault.
In a fucking Superman movie.
Always choosing you guys. So, all of this is rough terrain.
What?
Under the listings of the beast, giant space hamster.
Ooh.
And I'm like, well,
Remember, it has to be
even
something you've
worse.
seen before.
exactly. And I was like, I don't have that book, but
That's got to be from the Spelljammers one, right?
Yep,
Yeah,
Adventures
probably.
in Space. I was like, I'm not even gonna ask.
All right,
looking at?
so joke's on you. My boots you gave me make rocks, rocky and icy terrain not affect me, so I'm running over to her.
Joke's on you.
She's buried underneath.
I was gonna start moving rocks
Okay.
with my -1 strength.
Okay, that's fine.
Can I also summon Mage Hand and like have it start picking up rocks?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I'm doing.
Okay. All right, Kethra.
This is me picking up rocks.
Come on, space hamster.
I wish I had
Show us
access.
what you
That would be
got.
freaking badass. All right.
She's gonna just burst out of me. I'm picking up pebbles with like straining, and she's just gonna burst out like some sort of land whale.
This is a new one for me.
Yeah. Well, it does depend. If you're covered in rocks, you can't like transforming into. Well, I guess it depends on what you want to be.
This is a new one for me. So we're going to wild shape into a giant badger because I have a burrow of 10 feet, so I can just put
Okay.
myself underneath it and be just fine.
That was a good episode of The Last Airbender.
Okay.
Giant badger.
They're like
Is it
mole
a giant
badgers
badger
or
is just a
something.
medium size, correct?
Yes,
tunnel.
Okay. So you
Secret
kind of like
tunnel
filled the
through
space
the
you already were in
Secret,
with
secret,
a
She'll
different
kind of
form.
just burrow a little bit away from
Okay.
everything. She's gonna burrow. She has 10 feet of burrow, so she's gonna burrow this way and eventually wait to come back up.
Okay, so you're gonna go like
Yeah.
to my north.
underground duel this
Like
thing.
she's gonna head towards Kai
Oh, okay, gotcha.
until there's
Alright.
like clean earth, and then she can burrow up.
So burrowing through.
So get like 10 feet as close. There you go. Burrow my little way under.
So you're still under.
Yeah. She's just gonna hang out into the
Don't
ground
worry,
for a little bit.
I'll get you.
Still trying to dig you out.
Somebody help
I'm
me!
coming to help you.
And Kevin's just chilling. You're using all your -1 strength just to dig, and Kevin's like,
You're
I'm
like,
chilling.
You pull one out. You pull one rock out, and 3 more rocks fall down its
Oh,
place.
that one's too big.
Now I'm gonna make sure that when she comes up, she's gonna come up right next to you. She's like, what are you doing? What you doing?
I'm saving you.
Oh, thanks.
All right. Next up.
Oh, it's me. Yeah, Kai, seeing where Kethra went down, he's in a bit of a panic state, not knowing.
She's just chilling underground.
So he will also go over and attempt to begin to move stones.
Maybe she should just wait there like this. Wait for you guys to dig me up.
Heroes.
Hi.
Me.
All right. Next up is
Me.
Iolite.
Come dig with us, Ayla. Come dig with us.
Well, she's gonna go, Kethra, no! And she's going to kind of in her fear, like, reach out, and you see all these, like, stones and sand and dirt kind of, like, fly out and turn into a earth elemental, which is going to go like this and then dive into the ground.
Okay.
And I'll say, go get her, go get her! So now you have that burrowing towards you underground.
All right. Let me go get her.
Do you have a map of the underground?
Through
there's,
a tunnel
there's a
system.
lot going on under there.
Oh, I just dropped my dragon.
It's just dirt.
I thought you were gonna say like you somehow like earth bended and like the rocks are gonna
Oh,
just
I
like
wish.
move.
This is
That
a
would be
little
really
badger
cool.
underneath the ground, just chilling.
I want to burrow. I think that would be cool.
Yeah, you use that as your.
He's a little badger. Laying down there, she's chilling.
What do you do here?
Maybe
That's a
it's higher
werewolf.
levels.
No, because it's all like star stuff.
It's a werewolf.
Boring
Star
old
stuff.
Star stuff.
Only
Not
on
according
Halloween
to
I got
Carl
one and I
Sagan.
got gave to you. Proof I love you. What? I gave you my
right, how
squishy
fast does
squishmallows.
this
I
move?
gave you one.
And does it move
If I
right
give
away?
you one, I love you.
Yes, it moves right away and it moves
I haven't
40.
found one that fit them yet.
Burrows 40.
Okay. It's gonna go. It's in there.
You guys are gonna dig up the wrong thing.
I mean, Kai's gonna dig up the wrong thing. I'm useless
true.
here.
You're kind of flailing in the dirt. It's like a sandbox.
Are you
I'm
moving, or
shoveling
are you
the
staying where
dirt.
you're at?
I'll just stay where I'm at.
Okay, Eldon.
Eldon is confused.
I mean, you can see. So you saw Kethra disappeared. You would have seen the rock kind of like form and then go under the earth, so that's gone. You can still feel rumbling all around you. Now it's kind of advanced rumbling with the addition of a medium-sized earth elemental.
And a giant badger.
And
They're all
Badger, you
they're all
don't know about.
smoking a hookah down there.
Yeah, me and the elemental come gets her and she goes, "What's up? You want to do a reverie stick wrong with me?"
And I would say at this point, you everything is starting to click for you.
Stone. Yeah.
And you know that this is called the creatures that you've seen are called stone piercers, and this is how they hunt. They burst up from the ground just like the scrap maws, but they're not big enough to like swallow somebody whole. They do more damage when they consume somebody.
He's gonna already an attack. Well, no, because it wasn't visible when it did that other one, right?
No, you noticed that it went under the ground intentionally underneath its prey to cause the earth to fall underneath it. That's what you witnessed.
Okay. He's gonna yell to Iolite that she should get up in that tree again,
Okay.
and then he
Get
will.
up in that tree. And so you're
And
ready.
then I'll get a few feet off the ground or something. I
Okay.
guess. I don't know. Or on that log or whatever that is right there. I don't know.
like an old fence.
Yeah, sure.
Just jump up onto it. Okay. Anything else?
Already in it. If it pops up, I'll swing
Excuse
a couple
me.
arrows at it.
Okay. Snuck out.
All right.
Just gonna say we missed a perfect opportunity to have Eldon and Iolite up in a tree. I mean, we've been
ING.
preparing for this since nursery school.
Instead, he's on the fence.
Oh,
Very on brand for Eldon. Very on the fence. Very on brand.
Okay. As you're all digging, you can hear the rumbling of the elemental. You can hear the rumbling of this.
I'm an idiot.
Stone piercer.
Can I, can I summon Theratrix as a bonus action?
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, that's fine.
I meant to do that like last round, but I was like,
He's just been
he'll be like
circling up here the whole time, going, "Hey, that's some
He'll
shit."
be like 20 feet off the ground or so.
Okay. Whereabouts?
Over between me and them, or between me and Iolite. Actually, is probably where I would put him.
Here. This will just symbolize that he's not on ground.
Sure.
Ooh, jeez. Okay. As you are all kind of hearing all of this and trying to pull rocks up from a place that Kethra no longer is, although you do not know that, I'm going to have... Nope. I'm not going to have...
Did that worry anyone else?
Always.
All right, we've got... Eldon, Iolite, Theratrix. Theratrix, 19 to hit.
That hits.
Who did I say this was? Iolite? Iolite, 17 to hit.
I'd like to use Cosmic Omen and subtract a d6 from that.
Okay. And
Still, damn. Okay.
Eldon,
Yes, that hit.
26 to hit.
That definitely hits.
You are all grappled as from behind you,
An evil tree?
What man?
you feel tendrils that wrap around you.
Fucking what?
What the?
Another thing.
Dude, Eldon just doesn't know anything about these fucking mountains.
That's a different fucking thing.
That's a completely different thing.
Hey! Can't do that.
Wait, that's illegal.
You are all grappled. These tendrils that almost feel like, again, vines. They have like little leaves kind of growing off of them, actually.
It's the vines from earlier. They followed us.
You are restrained, grappled, restrained, and have disadvantage on strength checks and strength saving throws.
So I can't attack with my bow at all.
You then get pulled directly to it. So all of you get pulled directly to this creature that you really can't see, or are just becoming aware of in this moment.
Very, very aware.
And we're gonna go with a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Theratrix is going to be attacked by this creature's bite. But that is a 2, so it goes to chomp on him, and he's able to pull out of the way. Misses, but you are all
Wormy little fella.
within the grasp of a second type of creature. As that is happening, the first creature is going to bust its way out of the ground. So you hear like the rumbling. And then it's going to leap.
Leap.
Leap. Comes out, and then it's going to leap its way over here to you, Kai.
Mm-hmm.
This thing's full of surprises.
And it's going to attempt to bite you. Bite it back, Kai. Bite it back.
Bite its ear.
You can make a dexterity or strength saving throw, whichever one you would like.
Let's go with dexterity. Ooh, yeah, that's a 6.
Okay.
But he's gonna use his ray.
So yeah, hopefully you're not under the ground with
Okay.
me.
You take 7 points of bludgeoning damage. It rolled a 1 on its bite attack on you.
Ooh.
So let's see
Got
what
scared because we said to
happens.
bite it back.
Jumps down, and as it attempts to bite, you charity save. Wow, I'm rolling 1s, 2s, 3s, 4s, 5s.
It's kind of a good thing for us.
It actually swaps places with you, and it falls prone. So you
Okay.
like sidestep out of the way as it comes up behind you. You get kind of slammed with rocks and falling debris, but it moves right into this space and is prone. It's kind of a big creature there, so I'm not going to knock it over, but it's prone. So it just kind of skids and slides to a stop in the hole that it created.
Okay.
Yeah, that one. Okay, we are at the top of the round. Ayla.
Jesus.
This thing just lands like right in front of you and is going to try to get itself up.
And you hear a.
Kethra, you feel the earth above you just.
He's like, I don't know if I want to come out of this hole now.
I want to help over here, but I'm assuming this thing in front of me is gonna have to take precedent over this.
I mean, you might have caught a glimpse of what happened to those three out of the corner of your eye, but right in front of you is the direct.
Because I had a whole fucking plan until this thing popped up again. Alright, fuck. It's prone, so I suppose I should use that to my advantage.
Okay.
Shit. I'm gonna take out the dagger, and I'm gonna stab it.
Okay.
Why not?
I waited till he rolled to say because I thought he was going to say I pull up a wand of wonder, and I was
Oh,
like,
man.
no! But I didn't want to change your mind.
Just reminded him it
Wait.
exists. Thank you.
I was like, I'm underground. I can't do dispel
That
magic right now.
was,
I'm underground.
That misses.
Okay.
So I'm gonna get the fuck away from it.
You are within 5 feet.
It's prone.
Uh-huh.
It
I'm
just
just
has
letting you know. It
disadvantage.
has disadvantage. It will.
I mean, we'll try.
It will. It's gonna snap at you. 14 to hit.
Shield.
Snaps at you. You go "Huh," and pull up your glittery shield.
I'm all
As-
sorts of confabulated
Backing
here.
away.
And
The shield's like Bob Hoskins in Super Mario Brothers. It looks like a big mushroom.
fuck me. And
And we have Kethra on deck.
yeah. God damn. Oh, what's this? Oh.
So you did your
As a
reaction.
bonus action.
Okay.
Shit. Shield counters a spell, so I can't use another spell as a bonus.
Reactions aren't the same.
Okay. Good. Then I'm
It's only
going
action,
to
bonus action.
4th level mass healing word. That should get everybody, because everybody's within 60 feet of me.
Is it everyone you can see?
Oh, right. So I can't-
So not Kethra, not the elemental, but everybody else.
yes.
Okay.
Sorry, Kethra.
All right, guys, better heal me after.
2d4 plus 5.
All right, Kethra, you are up.
So,
All right, she's gonna use her borrowing ability of 10 feet to borrow the 10 feet up.
Okay.
And as she comes out,
11.
Iolite's gonna hear, "Please don't shoot at me, it's me." As she turns back into herself as she comes out.
Okay.
And she's like, "Oh, fucking A." Before she sees that thing.
Yep, you are right next to it. It's prone on the ground, but you come up to a big, scaly rock creature that has attempted to eat.
And she's just in there going, "Ugh." I still get to attack it, correct?
Oh, yeah.
Fuck yeah. All right, now she's kind of pissed because she's dirty.
What?
Like,
Excuse you.
ew, excuse me. She's gonna cast Blight.
Okay.
That's a con of 16 for it to.
it's the only time today I get to use
I'm
shield.
rolling all single digits over here.
Good.
So,
All right, I need 8d8. 1, 2, 3.
you want to,
Sure.
whatever that is, cotton candy. Mom brain never stops.
8. It's good luck to take from other people.
Not the one I gave you.
9, 6, 15, plus 7.
22,
Thank you. Plus 8,
30,
7,
37,
7,
44,
and 2.
46.
46.
Okay. Wow. You can describe the killing blow of this as you pop up the ground.
She casts, "You motherfucker!" And she casts, and you hear, as it just turns into just a bunch of dead, nasty tissue.
Ooh.
And she's like, she's like, it's necromantic. So she's like, "Fuck you!" And she'll go up to it and kick it.
Ooh. The big pile of nastiness.
Like, "You son of a bitch!"
And as you do that, you look up and can see 3 of your companions are all bound by another creature.
What the hell happened to you?
You can
three?
just kind of barely see them as they've been pulled through a tree. There's a tree that's
She'll
sort
yell
of
at Kai and go, Kai, we got these 3 in like level 2 bondage over here.
And with that,
this whole time Kai has been focusing on where Kethra went through, and then this giant thing that just fell literally at its feet, and then Kethra disintegrates, and then finally he like catches eyes with her as she like looks just beyond him. So he finally like turns around and he sees the 3 of them like, oh shit, and he's gonna grab at the weave again and attempt to banish the plant from Jumanji.
okay.
Does that banish us?
No, it's just
Okay.
a single creature.
It's not things that it's holding?
No.
All right, cool.
All right, and this is a what save?
Charisma 15.
Banish us to the hell dimension for a fucking minute by accident.
Meets it, beats it.
It's not that
subtract a D6?
charismatic.
I am going to use
Oh, never mind.
my
Well,
inspirative action in order to give it disadvantage.
okay.
Is that how those work?
Wait,
Is he
can do
making up shit right now?
We've been able to do that since the beginning.
really?
I have done it multiple times in this campaign.
Really?
Who the hell have I been?
Yeah, I can read.
Fucking what?
You guys gotta read the rules. I don't know what to tell you.
You tell us the rules, though.
That's what we have you for.
Exactly, you are the walking
Tell us
rule
our
book.
options.
So I'll read the inspired actions.
You won't remember.
You can either gain advantage on an ability check, attack roll, or saving throw, or you can give advantage to somebody else's ability check, attack roll, or saving throw, provided that you can assist them. Or you can impose disadvantage on someone else's ability check, attack roll, or saving throw, provided you are in a position to hinder that action directly in some way.
Because
Shit, we shouldn't have questioned it.
No, that's what I was, because I remembered the hindering. Because if you want to give someone else advantage, you have to be able to somehow help them. So you got to get creative here.
all right, yeah. Well, Kai's got some movement, so he's gonna. Let's see, 5, 15, 25, 35. So he's gonna get like real close so that he can attempt to. I know it's a plant, but like kind of try to gain some sort of distraction on it. And
Okay.
if he's close enough to like either like try and like keep Eldon like upright or like pull on a root or even just step on like a flower. Like you see this?
I'll give it to
Men in
you.
Black
You
when
got-
you're stepping
you
on
got
the cockroach.
closer and made yourself go in harm's way. So that was a 17. So I have to roll a 17, 18, 19, or 20 to not be banished. And I've been rolling single digits. I'm not going to use this die.
No.
I'm using this one.
Oh, she's pulling out the backup.
Okay, here we go. It's a 15 minus 2. So it disappears.
Pah. I love it when he does that.
You feel yourselves like you were being like pulled and constrained. You feel yourselves like let go and you can breathe again.
Just so you know, that's as many times as I can do that.
I was
I was
just
gonna say,
ask
like,
how
that
many
was
times
that's
did he do
all
that?
2 of your spell slots.
Both right there on the same spell.
It's a really good spell, though.
All right, what's the plan?
What the fuck was that?
Home,
Eldon,
home sweet home.
disadvantage, but I'll give you a survival or nature.
Why, you didn't need to give me the disadvantage because I rolled a 2. I haven't rolled a single decent like survival, nature, nothing.
You need to move the tray. The feng shui is not working.
Yeah, you're
I
right.
don't have.
Use a
Maybe
different.
switch places, have the dice to the left.
You're kind
Maybe you
of
should use the mimic.
Reach across.
you're catching your breath, having been like restrained and to a point where you wouldn't have even been able to do much. And you just didn't get a good look at it. There's a lot of different creatures that this could have been. But you do know that you have about 45 seconds.
Run.
Let's
Go.
get back on the trail. We'll take a break in a little bit. Let's go.
Just we all dash.
You're going to run? Mm-hmm. Okay. That's good. All right. You begin running in the direction that you were going. And keeping an eye out, counting down in your minds as you go, like 30, 29, like you are booking it through the trail. Who's leading?
I assume I would. Hopefully not into some other bullshit trap of my own.
And then so that you're leading us into the next
Yeah.
creature.
Can I have the earth elemental, like, it has enough movement to get there. Can I have it
Oh,
ready
yeah.
in action to, when it comes back, to
Oh, yeah,
just,
you
like,
can
sucker
do it.
punch it?
Yeah, you can set it to like fight if you want. How long does that stay? Like an hour?
My mom
up to an hour.
regards.
All right. So you book it. I'm gonna have Eldon make a perception check.
Slightly better for me.
Sounds like disappointment over there.
11.
Oh, that's better.
Oh man. Under normal circumstances, my low roll would have been a good thing for you, but because I've been rolling
Anyone who's listening,
real
this
low,
noise is Adam's forehead hitting the microphone.
because I rolled a 3. We're gonna go with.
A third enemy.
I'm gonna go with.
Some road bandits.
Have
Purple worm
some.
comes back.
Pterodactyl swoops down,
Yeah.
picks us up in its claws, and flies away.
Thunderbird.
No, you know what? You run. You hear the smashing of stone on something out in the forest. And how long are you running for? Would you say? 30 minutes,
Till
I
it
was gonna
burns.
say a good 20,
20, 30 minutes.
30 minutes.
Okay.
Which is crazy, because you ever try to run 20 minutes like that in real life?
No, in real life, I'm
Possible.
dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
30 seconds.
So
Done.
We've all got about 40 seconds of sprint, maybe.
right.
We have as long as that thing was banished, at best.
You run until your lungs are burning, and then finally stop when you can no longer hear any of more sounds of the blows hitting the creature behind you. And you are exhausted. You're all going to take 1 point of exhaustion.
Every day. This is becoming too much like real life.
You stop momentarily just to listen and see if you can hear anything else happening. But for now, it's quiet.
What's on this? Oh, yeah, that's right.
It's just -1 to every roll.
I forgot about that.
Is everything that lives in this place come out of the fucking ground.
No. But a lot of them do.
What was the... What's the fucking thing in the tree?
It was a tree.
I think it was the tree.
Shoot. I need that closet.
Okay, why?
I need a bottle of something to drink.
You're already really tired. Is that a good idea?
Is it ever a good idea? You're right. Right, new leaf.
She goes,
Poor
I have
choice
control of
words.
Ayla's shoes now.
Well, that was fun.
That was bullshit.
So, at least we know some of the dangers we have to be wary of.
I feel like we don't have I think we have the fondest idea of the issues we're going to be dealing with in this land of Eldon.
It's not my fault.
Is there anything else we should look out for?
There's a lot of things around here that can kill us. If you see something that moves, assume it wants to eat you.
There's no way to live.
I feel like I'm at home.
I miss you, Mari.
We're far away from any cities or large establishments. We're out in the wild right now.
Yep.
What is the plan now? What time of day is it?
It's probably like 1-ish in the afternoon. It's been a few hours.
Keep going.
How is everyone looking?
I'm okay.
I'm perfectly fine, except tired.
I'm pretty beat to hell.
Well, we either rest for a bit, like Kethra, heal up, or we keep going, but someone's gonna have to help her.
Is it safe to rest here?
Safe as anywhere in these mountains.
So, no.
You're learning.
We need to rest regardless.
All right. So are you taking a short
What
rest?
time of day is it?
It's like 1 p.m.-ish.
Yeah, take a short rest then.
As we take a short rest, I will use the Song of Rest. So all of you can roll an extra 1d6 to your hit dice.
Is that for each hit die or just the one?
No,
was just
just
one,
1d6. Just roll your hit dice and then add 1d6 to it.
Iolite's gonna go over to Kethra and give her a hug and activate her gloves of hope, which will give you
Eldon needs the gloves of hope.
whatever. He's fine. He's hopeless.
Are you using any hit dice?
I've never done that before.
So
You get 8.
You get however many levels you are, you can roll up to that many d8s and add your Constitution modifier, so you can just like one at a time roll up to 8 times to gain hit points.
I just gave you 8.
Thank you.
So you have
With
8,
the hug.
and then you can
Thank you,
roll
I.
up to 8
Alright.
d8.
So add your Constitution modifier to it.
That one?
I can't even. I really need fucking glasses.
No, where's Constitution? Right there. So plus
2, so 7.
So you have 15 so far. You all take a moment, leaning up against trees, resting on little
8.
beds of moss, taking a breather, and listening to the sounds of the forest around you.
10. If I do it one more time, it should be good.
You also get a 3d6 from Ayla. So you can just roll a d6 and add that. You just don't add your Constitution modifier to.
That's
Kind of cleaning up any
You get the 2 anyway, so you get them
scratches.
But then that's above my hit points. It's above what I actually have.
Good.
You maxed out.
I'm back.
Love
Thanks,
that.
guys.
Feeling good. Cleaning up all the little scratches from all the rocks that hit you and the whatever I called these things.
Digging the rocks out of her bra. I mean, like, being a badger was wild.
That was a fun one.
Stone piercers. When those things came out of the ground.
All the
Doesn't
names are
reset
just
my
like,
spells.
all the names of all the baddies in D&D are just like just nightmare bringing.
Oh, you get to during short rest.
And I'm like, yes,
It's the trade-off for only 2 spell slots.
short rest. That means I get my wild shapes back. Not that I actually used it for anything, but besides just basically take a
So
nap
was
in the
very
dirt.
helpful,
All my
though.
spells,
Oh, yeah.
but
It's like, let's just burrow into the ground and just wait.
there's no-
My biggest
all my
fear is that
spell
thing was going to
slots.
come for her
So
in
it's like
badger
a
form. I was like, she only got
once per
13
day.
points.
Yeah.
Cool. So those ones don't reset, just my
Chances.
2 big spells.
So after an hour of resting, cleaning up, you think you have probably a good 4 more hours of daylight before you need to be bedding down. So, probably a couple hours of walking and then another hour or so of getting your camp ready. You going to continue?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was told when we were in town, or I think actually you guys might have been there, I can't remember, about the travelers that were coming through and the cloaks. Maybe we.
The eye contact, man.
I was like waiting.
Just try to do it quiet.
Cool.
Thirsty today.
Maybe we can hook up with one of the groups as they go by. If they take this trail.
I thought you said this was a road less traveled.
It is, but when we were in town, the shrine keeper told us that there was I think it was each night, she said.
At night,
At
but they had been seeing people like
I
coming
thought
and going.
I thought it was every night. Scratch all that. None of that counted or made sense. Then I fucked up.
I think that's the name of this episode.
Fucked up.
I fucked up.
I don't know.
Yeah, Eldon made a lot of.
Eldon's boo-boos.
So you continue on, getting everything ready after an hour. As you're looking for a place to rest an hour or so, a couple of hours in, you notice off to the side, again, this isn't a real road per se. You've noticed that along your travels there are signs of people having come through here. Signs that suggest it's been more recent than you would expect for this area, meaning maybe there's like a cup on the side of the road, like a metal mug that's been sitting off to the side, and it's not overgrown or anything. It's been dropped fairly recently. You notice maybe a little area where a campfire or a small fire has been snuffed out and covered with dirt, but definitely has happened maybe within the last couple of weeks. You notice, as you would expect out in the wilderness, some areas where there might have been fighting of some kind, or a creature or something that has been harmed, blood spatters, little bits here and there. And then you come across a small pedestal that has it looks like it's been long abandoned, and it has a stone basin in it that is cracked and broken in half. It kind of looks, as you are peering at it from afar, should you choose to get closer, but it kind of looks like it has been struck with something and it broke. But it's just in the trees, not like open and out in the world, just like in the tree line, and off to the side.
A pedestal.
Yeah, it's like a small pedestal with a broken basin.
So like a
That's bait.
bird bath?
Kind of.
Eldon's not making. Don't look at me. Eldon's not making any decisions
look at
from
it.
now on. The rest of this
Kai
is.
wants to take a look at it.
Can we do it together?
Yep, you hold hands and walk over to the...
Like besties do.
La, la, la,
Kai.
la, la, la.
Shall we?
So you linger over, or meander over there, the rest of you lingering behind. And you see that there doesn't appear to be anything else around it. But as you get closer, there is writing on the basin. Looks to be, it's an Eporian script actually, that is written along the side and then it's cracked, so it's along the bottom. But you two can't read it. So.
Eldon?
He's
I
just got his
can
head in-
tell
he's
you
like-
want to stay over there, but there's something written on this that we can't read. That maybe you can?
Just don't touch it.
All right. He trudges over and reluctantly reads it.
You go over and easily can read. It's an inscription that says,
Finally, something that came easy.
roll for reading.
It
Says-
says this is a trap.
It activates a curse by reading it.
The guy who reads this.
Is dead now. It says, give freely to be seen, give fully to be heard.
Freely to be seen, give fully to be heard. Would that
Don't
mean
look at me.
anything
It
to you?
means. You're looking at me, Ayla, as if I know something and I don't.
I want to take out Gaia. Hey!
You're activating her?
Yeah.
Roll a d6.
3.
That's how much damage you take as you zap to awaken Gaia, who says, how may I help you?
Gaia. So we're in Eporia. Not sure. You probably don't know what that is. But what's your take on this little riddle here?
Hey Siri.
It's like so not something that a computer can probably figure out. But if you had to guess, like, what do you think that means? It's like a basin. Is that familiar to
I mean,
you?
like, you could put Chat GPT on it.
I know, like a
Chat
trans,
GPT
like
would
Google
figure it out.
Translator.
Yeah, they'd
you
figure
know?
it out.
You hear Gaia's voice. I am unfamiliar with Eporia. However, if you turn the screen towards the creature or object, I may do a preliminary scan, an attempt to answer your question.
Okay.
You turn-
What's a screen?
I think it's her face.
I don't have it on selfie mode.
You turn the tablet.
Is that what
to
it looked like? Oh, God.
That angle, that, the mom angle.
Like from
Yeah.
like all the chins.
You hear her say, please hold me within 6 inches of the creature or object.
What's an inch?
A third of a meter.
That's what she said.
Oh.
Hold me within 6 inches. She said.
You watch, there's kind of a moment where you like jump a little bit as a bright light fans out and then scans up and down on this basin, and then it stops in the middle and disappears again. I am unfamiliar with the inscription written on this basin. However, it appears to be runic in nature.
What about the basin?
The basin itself is emitting a faint magical aura. It appears to be more of a radiant or holy energy.
Eldon will pull out some gold coins and just like
Flick it at it like a
take a step back.
little
as
bits
he
of
does it.
water.
See what happens.
You hear the ting 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 as it hits the stone, and it just sits there. Nothing happens.
Ayla's just sitting on a log with the dagger, cleaning her nails,
She wants no part of
waiting
this.
for something to happen.
Wants no part of it. What? What did it say again?
Give freely to be seen, give fully to be heard.
Gonna try something else. Kai, take a couple steps back, buddy. And he's gonna like take out an arrow and he's gonna just kind of prick his finger a little bit and see if. Damn it! That's why I told you to step back.
You're still
Further.
close. No, his eyes begin
yeah.
to go a bit red.
You drop some blood on the basin. You hear the little patter of the blood hitting, and it sits there. No change.
Well, I'm out of ideas.
Gaia says, I am sensing a slow increase in the magical aura of the pedestal.
It's something.
Which one was it? The gold or the blood?
I think either way you might need more.
Guy, can you watch if that goes up or anything changes, and he'll put a couple more coins in.
It appears to continue increasing.
Okay.
Gold?
Yeah, and he'll throw 20.
20 gold.
Jesus.
She indicates again that it's increasing, and this time she says it appears to be increasing over time as opposed to over
Your
gift.
contribution.
My tithes did not matter.
Gaia, did it start when the blood hit it? Did it start increasing then?
It began when the first coins were given.
Is it still moving up?
It is.
Is it moving up faster with the more coins?
It does not appear to be so.
Okay, so maybe we just wait.
Give it a minute. How about now, Gaia? Is it still going up?
Are we there yet?
So, what's going on?
You hear her voice say, Iolite, it appears to be increasing.
Just getting more magical?
The
Stronger?
strength of the aura is increasing.
Strength of the aura is increasing.
I'm going to walk over to it, very annoyed at this point, touch it, and cast Identify.
Thank you.
You get a sense of this is a shattered pedestal of some kind that it's really going to give you almost the same thing that Gaia said, in that it doesn't have a name.
It's increasing.
Is it aura?
So this doesn't have a name per se, but it does have some kind of aura around it that suggests it gives boons of some kind. But the timing of it it's not right away. It's going to take a little bit of time.
Perhaps we should set our camp up nearby.
And what time of day is it now?
It's probably like 3, 4. You have like an hour or two, a couple hours before. So yeah, this could
Sounds
be
fine by
perfect
me.
time.
We're not going to make it much farther in this, with the sun's going down anyways.
In this area around it, does it look like it's been recently... People have been recently around it? I know you said it's like overgrown and stuff, but like the moss, grass, weeds, whatever around it, does it look like people have been like doing what we've been doing? Like, hey, look at this thing. I'm going to throw my blood coins in it or whatever.
Trumping around.
There's no indication that there's anything that has been added here.
No, I mean on the ground. Does it look like people have been standing in this spot or
Make a
near it or
survival
anything? Jesus.
11.
13.
You don't see that anybody has been here recently. Nobody has been standing here within the last day or two. The folks that were described to have been coming through here, it's been like over the past several weeks, people have been coming to Wallgrove and then heading off onto the Path of the Wing. You don't see that there are like footprints in any moss around the base or anything like that. If people have been here, it could have been several days ago or a week or so ago. It's really hard to tell.
And there's nothing in it. No one else has
There's
tried
nothing else
putting
in
anything in it.
There's nothing in it.
We're the only ones that are curious. It's in a clearing?
No,
No?
it's not in a clearing.
Okay, so there's like trees and stuff around it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm sleeping in the tree. I'm not sleeping on the ground. We've been attacked twice on the ground.
And you got attacked by a tree too, so be careful about that.
All right, so I go up to the tree and I take a couple of stabs at it.
So you just piss it off so we can get you later in the middle of the night when you're dead asleep. Like, lie in wait for you.
You're able to easily enough find a tree that's like up off the ground with branches that you could tie your legs so that, you know, you're not falling over the side. You tie your
You don't have a hammock?
rope.
I'm surprised you don't have a hammock.
Maybe there's one in my closet.
You all set up camp for the night.
Before that, Kai will also take some more gems, like 100 gold's worth of the gems that he had. Also place it in the bowl so it's not just on Eldon.
Okay.
Thanks, buddy.
You keep checking in on the pedestal, and I would say about an hour later, Eldon, you take a look at that broken and cracked stone basin, and your coins are gone, and the blood is gone, as if it had never been there.
Been grifted.
The gems are still there.
Well, hopefully it goes to a good cause.
I've been meaning to donate to the Red Cross.
Maybe that's why it's broken. Maybe the last person was that tried.
I like the idea that there's just almost like the closet, but a bigger dimension where just these coins that people drop just get like shunted into, and it looks like Scrooge's money of gold coins.
Mm. A few minutes later, the gems are gone too.
Can I go over and try to touch the basin? Do I feel anything?
You don't feel anything new.
Can Gaia check the aura?
Yeah. The Gaia says the aura appears to have reset itself.
This thing just magically steal?
Unless I was supposed to touch it at the same time it took it.
Well, it did say what? Give fully. I'm sorry, what did it say?
Give freely to be seen, give fully to be heard.
Give freely to be seen. Give fully. We were supposed to give it more.
I will take a water jug and I will fill it to the brim. Fill it fully.
So you can't because it's broken in half. So you pour the water over one of the halves, and then it pours down into the cracks in between on the other broken half of it.
Son of a bitch.
Can I take another look at it to see if there's any other writing or inscriptions on it or anything like that?
Yeah, you make your way around, like kind of pushing leaves and greenery that has grown up on top of this basin. You don't see any other writing except for the Eporian that you've already read.
Well, I give up. Eldon gave a bunch of gold. You gave a bunch of gems with your grandma's money.
You have settled in for the night, starting your like little mini campfire. It's a big enough, solid enough canopy that you're not too worried about. As long as you keep your fire low, you're not going to be giving yourselves away. You're not out in the middle of nowhere. There's a lot of trees and stuff around. As you eat your food for the night and just settle in. Eldon, from
Every
the
time
light
she says my name, I go, oh God, what now?
of the fire, at one point, you're just kind of staring off into, zoning out, trying not to think too hard about what lies ahead, and you see your brain suddenly registers that there's somebody standing on the other side of this fire that is not your friends. Everyone's just kind of doing their own thing around, and there's somebody just standing there. You look up and recognize a dark shape and the face of the individual that you saw in the memory vessel, Rickson. Just kind of looking at you, your heart just stops for a quick second. And there's no real expression on their face, but they are making eye contact with you. And you're kind of frozen in that moment of not necessarily fear, because you're not getting a feeling of anger or aggression or anything from this individual, but just that they're not supposed to be there. And then you see them just give you one single nod and point in the direction that you are moving, and then look off in that direction, and then look back to you and nod again. And then they just disappear. Kai, where would you be as everybody's settling in?
If everyone's settling in, he'll probably be, if there was like an immediate circle around the fire, he would be just on the outside of that perimeter a little more, and just outside in the darkness, just past like that normal like campfire ring area.
Okay. You, as everybody's kind of getting themselves situated, from your left side, again, the direction that you all are already moving in, you also see a shadow that causes you to turn. But in this case, it's almost like you're looking off into the forest, but the foreground of it and background of it, I guess, is not lining up with what you're seeing. And instead, you recognize the inside of a cave that you've seen before. And you see a shadowed figure, almost like a silhouette, more so. A familiar way of moving and walking. And it's a male body, masculine figure, that is dragging a sword behind it through and above these cracked rocks and stone, and then breathing heavily, you can tell. And there's like the light of this crystal from this cave, and you are just mesmerized watching the scene, can't really move, and you see the figure just like slump up against the stone, lean an arm up against it, and then kind of like lean back, two hands, and then drive a sword down into the stone, and then just kind of like collapse against it, turn around, facing away well, not away from you, but to the back. So again, it's like a profile silhouette of them, and they're breathing heavily. They look in your direction. He looks in your direction, and it's very quick, but there's like a familiar look to the eyes. And then you see them look back behind you and then go like this very quickly, and then it's black, and you're looking into the forest again. Ayla, you don't get anything because you just poured water into Ayla, you feel a little sweaty tonight.
Water is the birth of life.
It is indeed.
Greatest gift you can give anything.
Mm-hmm. Your hair is very extra moisturized.
Excellent.
That's what you get.
All right, so tomorrow we're going to spend the day putting more valuable stuff in here.
I mean, if you give it all of your money, then you can hear something.
He'll talk to you. Didn't you? You didn't play anything in? I thought you did. No.
Nope. The two druids, like, nope.
I thought about it, then everything disappeared, and I was like, nah.
I thought about it, and I thought about having, like, Nyx being like, I'll pee in it. But I was like, I don't know how that's gonna go. We're gonna keep that for later. That's technically all he has, so. Tossing a crumb of bread and some piss, and that's all Nyx has to his name, so.
It's got a full thing of bread, and he's like, here you go.
Here you go, and I'll pee in it, and we'll be on my merry way. Typical cat, though.
These two have profound visions, and I'm just looking in my mirror, and I'm like,
I will say, how about this?
No, I'm fine with
Looking
good
in
hair.
your mirror, and behind you, you catch a glimpse through the mirror, and it's I don't know, it's a little bit of a creepy. I guess you'd need to be facing the fire in order to be able to see your face through the mirror because it's nighttime.
Dark vision.
Yes, but the fire from behind you looking out, it would mess with things.
The shadow of your head.
Yeah,
Block
it
the mirror.
wouldn't be as clear as you want. You catch a glimpse of the ocean in the darkness of the mirror behind you. And what looks to be a ship. And just barely the silhouette of, as you squint your eyes, a tiefling woman holding on to like the rigging of the ship and facing away from you. And the suns are going down, but it's a little bit brighter. And you recognize those horns. You know your sister anywhere, but you don't know where she is. She's not there.
Just double checking because she appeared before.
She's not behind you.
Pirates of the Caribbean music playing right there too.
All right, the night.
The peak where Rickson had pointed, does it look like it's a particular peak of any kind, or is it just a general direction?
No, just general direction, yeah.
Okay. And then when we're taking shifts or whatever, Eldon would just try to keep. He remembers, was it Sana?
Mm-hmm.
Sana saying about the lights in the sky and whatnot. So he'd try to keep an eye out for that up and down the horizon.
Okay.
The person that Kai saw in the vision, how were they dressed? Because you said the eyes looked somewhat familiar.
The eyes looked... I'll go to what they're dressed like. You get, as you sit and think on it, and now your mind is racing, trying to put together what you just saw, the face of this person was older. This was an older man, probably like 70s, kind of, or even older than that, but definitely elderly. But had like a strong body, strong upper body, dressed in what you would probably describe as like very weathered adventuring clothing. Old, almost doesn't really fit him anymore. Not kept up with, and stuff that people don't wear anymore too. It's not that in these fantasy worlds there's a lot of advancement in clothing and things for some reason, but it's like old-timey adventuring clothes. And what you recognized in the eyes is that this was someone who you were related to. This is like your family's face that you just saw.
Yeah, the traditional purple. Or if
No,
you could tell,
not the color. Not the
but
color.
There's some sort of family traits.
It's like the whole, not just the color, but like everything
The
about
face
the
shape
upper
and-
part of that face. The rest of it was very bearded and kind of like older, very wrinkled. But there was strength there. But in that last moment, it was like strength that was failing. And then clearly a moment of being attacked by something. And so you sleep. How's about... I'm going to roll a D100 for you.
For how many things come out of the ground?
We'll see. Kai, are you going in the closet?
I believe so. He's been doing that every night.
Yeah, there go. Want me to grab you that bottle while I'm in there?
No, not tonight.
See, sometimes you just need to take a minute before you jump to the substance. You're doing good.
Okay. Who wants to roll a D20?
Whose turn is it? Kai?
Okay. 11.
11.
Okay. That face worried you too? Okay, good.
11 little monsters crawled out of the ground.
Okay, you have a quiet night. You wake up with your exhaustion gone.
Nice.
Feeling
Long rest.
rested. For the most part. And you have more days to go, although you're not sure exactly how many. It's slow going, and you have to go up eventually. So even if you thought you knew how long it was going to take, it's not entirely clear.
I'm assuming there's like pristine creeks and water sources that we like refill our water bottles and stuff.
That all depends on if you're kind of slowing down to look for those things. All right, somebody roll a, or so, is there anything that you want to do on this morning, on this day, before you continue on your way?
I don't think so.
You did not see any lights in the night. No? Iolite. Roll a d8.
Six.
Okay. You get another message in the morning from Desi. He says, "Hope all is well. This mountain range is crazy. I've been practicing something. Look to the north tonight, if you can." And that's where he ends it.
I don't know if you did it on purpose, but that was exactly 25 words.
I did not.
Oh, wow.
You were
I can reply to that, right? Yeah.
Yeah, you can reply. I'm loosey-goosey with the 25. As long as you don't have a whole long conversation.
My
You-
dearest
you-
Iolite.
A jester.
It's like, yeah, as long as you're not having a whole dissertation, you're fine.
Okay. I'll just reply. Okay. I miss you. I'll look.
Watch out for worms.
Whatever works.
Oh, did you tell Kethra that Yuri said hi the night before? Day before?
I forgot.
Oh.
I mean, I would have wanted to, I guess. Amanda forgot. I
Yeah.
don't know that Iolite would have forgot. But
So their group is somewhere over up that way, right? No.
They've been moving a lot more quickly than you and are... Yes, so they're to the north of you. You're not exactly sure where. They're on a mission to get to the city, and you don't know the state of how they are, but they have been moving quick.
So they just
So where are they
hundreds of
relative to
miles
us?
away from us.
They would have gone up.
Yeah, they would have
through
gone.
the tower here. They'd be.
Yeah, they're probably in the jaw,
Oh,
heading towards the jaw.
Okay.
So like heading up that way, and then we're near the hole.
Yeah.
Where
In the
Kethra is.
spine.
okay.
Sorry about reaching in front of you.
No, it's all good.
All right, so you continue on your morning. I'm gonna have a D20 roll and a D6 roll for somebody.
I just went.
Eldon and,
Eldon and
me.
You.
All right.
So, D20, D6.
He rolled a D20, so you can roll a D6.
7.
7.
2.
With our powers combined, we can get this party killed.
There it is. It comes.
Monster.
Okay. You move along this day, going more westward. The mountain range is more on your northern side right now. It's a lot of trees, and it would be like fields and hills to the southern side. So you're not kind of enclosed by mountains or rocks. But you do know eventually it's going to be kind of turning that way. You keep along the cliffside and closer to the mountains, since you know it's honestly kind of a bit safer than being out in the woods. While the stone piercer and the scrapmaw, whatever the hell I called it, the ones that like to burrow, they don't want to go through solid rock. It's a lot easier to go through earth. So kind of staying closer to where there is solid rock makes it easier. Today is fairly quiet. Whenever you do see glimpses of things like kind of flying overhead, Theratrix ducks down. You try your best to keep it quiet with Eldon's help and knowing the different things that are around. On this particular day, closer to the end of it, you come across a natural rock formation along the path, again to the north. And Eldon, as you round or come through this copse of trees, you're again hit with this like momentary freeze as you see these hundreds of small smooth holes that are carved into the cliffside that kind of resemble the eye sockets of a skull.
Definitely triggers the what is it, the
Oh, yeah.
I want to say trichnophobia when it's like all the tiny holes in something.
And all of you almost do the whole bump into Eldon kind of thing as he stops and looks. As you would have known this, there's that, no, it can't be. But it has to be. This is called the Watchful Hollows. And it's almost like a legend from in the time when you were a Keeper Initiate. Some people would have mocked you about this place. It's the belief is that these are where failed Drake Wardens go to meditate. And those Drake Wardens that never found their egg, that never, even though there was a belief that they would have one, and that's why it's more of like a legend, because nobody believes that this actually would happen. And some people would have mocked Eldon repeatedly to tell him to go find his place among the hollow-eyed. And to see it when it's kind of more of a joke or a myth is a little shocking.
Are they natural holes, or were they bore out like by somebody?
They getting closer to them, you can tell, again, they're kind of in the shape of a skull. There's like two together, but there are hundreds of them all over. They don't look to be natural. They are definitely... They are carved by something or someone. And even as you approach and just kind of like run your fingers along any of them to see, they seem to disappear. Like you could, if you wanted to, like, not that your whole hand's going to fit in the size of an eye socket, but like you don't know where it ends. It's like darkness all the way back. But you do see...
Give me a stick.
I'm gonna poke each one.
Let's see how far this goes.
You do see as you're walking through one that appears to be more freshly carved than the others. Like you can tell by the way the weather has.
Does it say Eldon?
No.
Someone was out there like, "Hey, I'm gonna get this motherfucker."
But you
Payoff
do.
someday.
Anyone who gets close, you do feel like you hear faint whispers coming from down in the darkness.
You hear that?
I do.
Wind?
I don't think it's wind.
Eldon, is somebody in there? You know what this is?
I don't think somebody's in there per se. It's just sadness.
You know what this place is?
We call it the Hollows. I didn't know it actually existed. It's a bad joke most people would make. It's where people like I thought I was, like everybody thought I was. Where they go, and I can't believe it's real.
Can I use thaumaturgy to
Hello.
make the whispers louder so that they can be heard?
You
If I know what she's doing, can I help to try to make it? Because I also have thaumaturgy. That spell.
Thaumaturgy.
Yeah. You notice that the whispers seem to come as the wind blows through this area, and it kind of enhances. And what you hear when you make them louder are your names being whispered
Our
through
names.
the holes. Yes.
I don't like this anymore.
Spooky.
That's a bit ominous.
You think?
That is.
You said this is for failed keepers.
And what the hell are they doing saying our names for?
I wish I knew.
She gets close to one. Hey,
Just grabs her by the throat.
what is the
Somebody
deal
grabs her by
with
the
you saying
tongue.
my name?
There's no response. And it really only happens again when the wind is going through, so
Is it clearly?
it's clearly your names.
Oh shit.
It's quiet when you don't enhance it, but you hear just not all of your names, not like Iolite and Ayla and Kai and Elsa. It's like, just you hear your name. It's almost like you each hear your own names. You're not hearing each other's. You're hearing.
Eldon's gonna touch the newest one, like the freshest one, and just
You feel kind of warmth, but you're not sure how long this has been there. It's really also difficult to tell if it's been like carved from the outside or carved from the inside out. It's just tough. It's a weird spot. It's freaky for sure, especially because there's hundreds of them all over, and they are small.
it doesn't make sense. Keepers always find their eggs. Always.
That's what they told you.
Then why would they have even an inkling to tease those tell him about this place.
But there's so many. How could there
How
be so
old
many?
is this organization?
I think we said since the elves. No, I can't remember when it was. It's old. It's like 1,000 years old, something like that.
Sometimes after a long time like that, meaning of things can be lost or changed.
Yeah. Well, either way, it's best that we get moving. I'll be right along. Just give me a minute.
Like, I'm just putting my covering though, like rubbing my hands to see if it like changes the tune.
Turn into Blue Man Group.
Yeah.
When they move on a little bit, like towards like the trees or whatever, Eldon and Theratrix, I'm assuming, is
Yeah, he's
Around,
he's
he's
around.
there.
He's kind of like actually crawling along the side of the cliff wall, like
so
hooking
weird.
into.
I don't know why that like freaked me. Like,
Yeah.
everything.
Looking down at you.
He's gonna take out the little flute that his mom made him, and he's gonna go to his two knees, and he's just gonna play a song that his mother. It's like a sad, slow tune.
Okay.
That's it. I
You-
wish I had like a thing to like play.
I wonder if I have any. Let's
Better
see
yet, if I had
I've
like
got
my recorder from middle school. Like,
Ben has a recorder that have
Eldon plays Hot
we had to
Cross
rent one from the
Buns.
school because they're learning how to play it.
Sounds like a kazoo.
it's
Yeah,
a jazzy tune.
Yeah.
I don't have any.
like you.
It's
flutes.
fine. It's just something that he would do. It's like I don't know what you call it, like a mournful song, you know.
Yeah.
Did you just,
All right.
Did
There's
you
a
just,
lot going. Can you hold that? There's a lot happening
what's
over here.
happening over here?
A lot.
Threw a monkey and then you
It's a
crank
nuggie,
him.
not a monkey.
Oh,
Dragon.
oh,
A sad
Nice.
dino nuggy dragon.
that's a lot of things.
Sure, that's
You
ASMR
should have
for
gotten
somebody.
it. Should have done it closer. Yeah.
ASMR for some motherfucker out there.
Because he's like, this is getting edited out.
Yes, it absolutely will be.
Sounds great.
My debut into ASMR. Sorry, I'm not
Tap the
built
can,
for
tap the
ASMR. I'm not built for that shit. No, I'm not. You
I
gave me
really
that
wanna find a
face,
good
so.
one.
You can do anything you
That's
want.
all it is. Yeah, it was just a very spur of the moment thing. Once he's done, he'll just.
Well, so while you're doing that,
Well, I want you to improv the sound with it.
I'm not putting that clip because the last clip of you making faces and sounds did horrible.
I mean, it wasn't a funny clip, so.
I thought it was.
So you are playing the flute. You all from a little bit further away hear Eldon playing the song and
Sad flute boy.
the sad flute, and you stay off to the side in a way where you can't see him necessarily. Give that privacy. Eldon, your eyes closed and just playing. When you open them, you see the suns have been setting at this time. Like, you all are on your way to finding your place to rest. And when you open your eyes from playing, all around you, not surrounding you, but around you and at the base of the cliffside, around where all of these holes are embedded in the stone, you see these faint outlines of spirits. Just different humanoid figures, dragonborn, lizard folk, humans, halflings, half goblins, every kind of person that you've seen. They're just all standing men, women, everyone in between are all quietly listening and watching you as you play. And you're able to maintain kind of composure as you see this. It's just there's again nothing threatening about anything that's happening here. They're all just listening. But one thing that you do notice as you look around at all of these ethereal figures is that they are not dressed as keepers. These are folks that range in age, all ages, young people, kids, older people, dressed as commoners, dressed as soldiers. You recognize some Adar clothing, nobles, just kind of anybody. You maybe see a keeper's adornment here and there, but it does not, as you are looking at everyone and playing this music and they are just kind of relaxed watching. Something about this area is not beholden to your order and represents something else. Theratrix stays up above and is just...
Does he see the...
You get the impression, like the feeling that he does see what you're seeing. There was a momentary, almost like hackles up, ready to do something, but when nobody moved, he calmed as well. And as your song tapers off, they taper away with the sound.
Okay. Eldon will stand. He'll, bow in the direction of the wall. And then he'll rejoin everybody else. With Theratrix.
Okay. All right. Anything you are doing as we enter into Celebration 28? And you begin to turn more in the direction of the...
Oh, jeez.
You think you've made pretty good progress. Now you don't know what to expect as you begin to, by the end of this day, you know you're going to head into like a mountain pass that will be either side, mountain and rock.
Oh, Iolite would have looked at the sky.
Oh, yes. You're able to find a place that has, your goal is to just make sure that there is no obstruction. It's hard because this mountain range is here, and you're not quite sure what you're looking for, but...
She would ask Kethra to come.
Okay. While the three of you are setting up below, Kethra and Iolite, you find your way up higher to try to get a really good view of the northern sky. And it's been clear. You all have had some really good luck since the rainy first part of the month. Now it's kind of tapering off, and it's a clear night. And there's beautiful view of the stars and the constellations. Is there anything that you want to do a scene about while you wait, or are you just quietly waiting?
He says he's going to do something.
I know he's going to do something special for you.
Maybe.
I think so.
Do you think if we do see something, you could do your little flary thing?
Sure, I could toss up some produce flame.
Just to... I don't know if he will see it, maybe?
Yeah, you can do that.
Okay.
It's a couple of hours of sitting and waiting.
So...
Girl talk.
They chat
Girl
and
talk, you know.
throw some things out there into the starry night in terms of your own wishes for yourselves and what you hope to have happen during this trip.
So how's Kai, in the bushes?
Same he is in bed, actually.
Yeah?
Yeah. Apparently he can be like vertical, horizontal. He's fine.
He does walk on walls, so I guess that tracks.
I did actually forbid him from walking on walls in the middle of it. Because that's just fucking weird. Yeah, I gotta say. Better than the podunk assholes I had back at home. At least knows what he's doing. He can find it.
Oh, wow.
Like, he found it. I was shocked. Yeah, the CL-it. Yeah, he found it.
It's like, wow, I don't know what she's talking about.
And she go, you know.
At this point, I'm too afraid to ask.
And she
I
goes,
didn't know that they were supposed to be looking for something.
and she'd be like, do you even know what I'm talking about?
No.
It's a little special place. It can be kind of hard to find.
We can skip ahead a little, but let's assume she explains it.
Okay,
For
get it, who's
monetization
right?
purposes.
When worked correctly, it has its bonuses. It definitely, it's a beautiful thing. I can, if and when you and Eldon ever go there, I'll drop a hint on whereabouts it's located if you'd like to know.
To me or to him?
To him, you don't need to know where it is.
Oh.
It's more important. Well, you need to know where it is, but it's more important he does.
I'll do some looking.
You'll know
Yeah.
when you find it.
Yeah.
You'll know.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we're not doing that.
She's like, never say never, sweetheart.
So what do you think you and Kai will do when this is all over?
If I make it through it, I have no idea.
Of course you'll make it through it.
We'll see.
We'll make sure you do. Especially Kai. He's always making sure you're safe.
And that's kind of what I'm worried about.
Maybe we'll let him look after you, and then I'll look after him. And then maybe Eldon will probably look after me. And we're all going to be just fine.
Just promise me that if it comes down to me versus my father, don't let him get involved.
I mean, I can certainly try, but when Kai sets his mind to something, especially when it comes to you, it's like trying to put out a raging forest fire. I don't know.
I don't want him to get hurt or possibly killed by my father. I'm willing to die for that, to beat my father, but I'm not willing to sentence the rest of you to that.
Well, you wouldn't be sentencing us to anything, because we're going to be by your side, whether you like it or not.
Thank you, I appreciate that, but please, if it comes down to that, save yourselves.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah, totally.
She's like, you are lying through your teeth.
Have you seen anything yet?
Not yet. She's like, do you want to get a better view of this?
Yeah.
She's like, you can do that, like, fly thing, right?
Yeah.
She's like, I can do it too. Do you want to go fly?
Yeah, definitely.
She's like, all right, next, jump on. And she's going to turn into a raven and fly off.
I'll sprout my wings.
And you're going to hear, come on, let's go.
Okay.
It's fun up here.
Two of
Take
you
off and join you.
swirl up into the sky, which is actually a much better view. A little.
Oh, I didn't think of this sooner.
So, I mean, there's some risk involved always with going up into an area where fewer are, but it's night.
It does only last an hour or two.
Yeah,
So if I did it too soon, then I would have
you feel
missed it.
pretty confident as you both are like spinning around, enjoying the wind and the fresh air, cooler up here. And at a certain point, you look off to the north and you see the swirling of what looks to be a kind of like large cyclone, wind and clouds that are from somewhere off in the distance, arcing to the south not in a way that would hit you, but like in your direction. You see lightning arcing up through it and around. Interesting, as you do know that that Desi has the ability to manipulate the weather and clouds and whatnot, but this actually reminds you more of Fernilly and what you saw her do. So you watch this cyclone of energy and lightning and light, and it's flashing, and then you begin to see all of these multicolored dancing lights start swirling through and in between. It opens up in the conical shape towards the sky. You can tell that they are making this very large so that you can see it. It's not taking up a whole view. It's just that from how far away you must be, it has to go high up in the sky for you to see it. And that's what you see for several minutes, is a kind of dance between clouds, lightning, and multicolored orbs that are swirling around. It's almost like a kid's experiment in a way, when it's in one of the bottles and there's glitter, and it's just a very colorful beacon that you know is made just for you. And it lasts maybe 5 minutes before you see it again come down. It almost like wispy disappears into somewhere so far away. The only reason why you would have seen it is because of how bright the lights were that caused it to fill the area, and in part because you were in the sky. And then it's over.
That was beautiful. Wow.
This actually works out.
That was beautiful. Yeah. She's gonna, even though she knows that he can't see her, she's gonna like wave and blow a kiss in that direction. I have I don't know if this would work, but I have that mode of light that I can kind of make
Flash.
If I like was able to like toss it and kind of make it flash, I guess if it's something she thinks might work, she might try that.
Yeah, I think if you kind of threw it straight up because of just how far away you are, there's always a chance.
Because we're in the sky.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's gonna try it.
Okay. It's a clear night. I think you can make it move, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you can kind of like throw it and then tell it to keep going, and it
then
goes
look
up.
away.
Yeah. Yes.
And then when it's
avert
far,
your eyes, Kethra.
far enough away, you see a big flash, and potentially it's bright. Bright enough to blind you if you're right there. So there's a chance that maybe
We're like down on the ground. It's like,
and then it will float back down to you in its like dim form. And with that, we can end the session.